So let's start with the correction. Which two circuit components are connected in parallel in the following circuit diagram? So here they have given you a circuit diagram in which this is R1 and this is R2 as I had informed you, right? So which two are connected, or which of the circuit components are connected in parallel? Actually, it is
R2, R1 and R2.
sure.
Ma'am,
R2
option
and V.
B, ma'am.
R2 and V
R2 and
only.
V, ma'am. R2 and V.
R2 and V only.
Because the voltmeter is always connected in parallel.
All three are connected in parallel. See, you can see this junction, this point which I am marking. Is it visible? And this point I am marking. So, in the ரெண்டு points க்கு நடுவுல என்னென்னலாம் connect ஆயிருக்குனா, this R1 is connected. Again, இங்க இருந்து ஒரு wire எடுத்து இந்த R2 connect பண்ணிருக்காங்க. அதுவும் இந்த ரெண்டு junction க்கு நடுவுல தான் வருது. Getting it? It is the same point. இது A na, this is also A ன்னு you can imagine. ஏன்னா நடுவுல வேற எதுவுமே equipments connected கிடையாது. அதே மாதிரி இப்படி வச்சு they have connected the voltmeter as well. So in the point நீ B ன்னு எடுத்தீனா இதுவும் B ன்ற junction தான். So this also you can imagine it to be A. You are able to get it? So all three R1, R2 and V எல்லாமே they are connected in parallel தான். அதுக்கு ஈக்குவலண்டா நீ யோசிச்சினா இந்த AB க்கு நடுவுல you can connect R1 like this, அடுத்தது R2 like this, and then the voltmeter like this. So all three are connected across the two junctions A and B ன்ற மாதிரி you can imagine in this circuit diagram. You're able to get it? So a twist in the question is which two circuit components ne ketirukku, but all three are connected in parallel. Okay, அதையும் ஆப்ஷன்ல கொடுத்திருக்கிறதுனால obviously you have to take that up. You might ask, ma'am, tune கொடுத்திருக்கே, tune கொடுத்திருக்க, ஆனா ஆப்ஷன்ல எதுக்கு அப்புறம் கொடுக்கணும்? Getting it? So the answer is option B, subdivision B. Okay. Now question number 2. A metallic conductor has loosely bound electrons called free electrons. Okay. So the metallic conductor, in the free electrons adula irukku sonna, appadi irukra metallic conductor, how it will be? Negatively charged or
Neutral.
neutral? Huh?
Neutral.
Positively charged.
Positively charged.
Positively charged.
Sure.
Positively charged.
Why is it positively charged?
Because it has free electrons and it can give away electrons, ma'am, so it will become positive.
Perfect. So the conductor is positively charged because it has given away the electrons. So free electrons move agudun sonnale conductor la irukka metallic part vandu it will be positively charged. Excellent. That should be the answer. Correct? Free electrons run agudun sonna.
Yes, ma'am.
Free electrons run agudun sonnalum அது it is still there inside that metallic conductor தான். ஒரு atomல இருந்து it is moving to another அப்படின்னு சொன்னா ஏற்கனவே இருக்கிறதுல இருந்து ஒன்னு இங்க வந்திருக்கும். அப்ப you have to consider it as neutral, not positively charged. It is still the metallic conductor only. புரிஞ்சுதா?
Okay, தப்பா இல்ல.
எலக்ட்ரான் மூவ் ஆகுதுன்னு சொன்னாலும் ஒன்னத்துல இருந்து இன்னொன்னுக்கு மூவ் ஆகுதுன்னா previous atomல இருந்து it will move to this atom. அடுத்து இது வந்து it will move to the other atom னா இதுல இருந்து இன்னொன்னுக்கு மூவ் ஆயிடும். Clear? So electrons are moving னு சொன்னாலும் still electrons are not lost. So obviously it becomes what? Neutral. Okay. So answer is option C, neutral. Question number 3. Which of the following expressions does not represent electric power? Interesting question. Quick answer.
B.
B,
I
ma'am.
squared by
I squared by R.
I squared by R.
I squared.
Sure, huh? I squared by R should be the correct thing. And power is equal to VI is one expression which for sure we know. So, this is the correct expression. So, V க்கு பதிலா என்ன substitute பண்ணலாம்? V is equal to
IR.
IR. So, IR substitute பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will become
I squared R.
I squared R தான் வருமே தவிர I squared by R வராது. So, obviously this should be the correct answer. ஏன்னா questionல does not represent ன்றது question. So, which does not represent? I squared by R. இது எல்லாமே it is true for which one? Power. Only this one is false for power. So, your answer is I squared by R. Fourth question. Resistivity of a metallic wire depends on என்னென்னலாமா?
D, nature of
Nature of material.
What about the fourth one? Resistivity depends on. Resistivity.
Nature of material.
Yes, it
Nature of
depends
material.
upon nature of material
Ma'am,
alone.
I wrote both nature of material and its length, ma'am.
Resistance it is depending upon length, it is inversely proportional to area of cross section, and also it depends upon the nature of material and the
Nature of
resistivity.
material.
Correct?
Yes,
Resistivity,
ma'am.
resistance it is dependent upon all these things. But here the question is about resistivity. Resistivity, brother, it is totally dependent upon the nature of material only. Okay?
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Question number 5.
Ma'am, will I get mark for the nature of material, ma'am?
கிடையாது, ரெண்டு ஆன்சர் கொடுத்தேன்னா எப்படி உனக்கு மார்க் கொடுக்க முடியும்?
Ma'am.
Only one option should be given in your examination. Keep that in mind. Okay. And this year MCQs அதிகமா வரும், so make sure you have this in mind. Question number 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Please mute yourself if in case you're not answering here. If the current I through a resistor is increased by 100%, increase in power dissipation will be how much?
Ma'am,
300%.
300%.
300%.
Ma'am, 300%.
Why is it 300%? Answer is
Because I is directly proportional to V, so V will also increase by 300%. I mean, V will also increase by 100%. So when you do the calculations, you'll get 300.
Good. So what sort of calculations should we do here?
Ma'am, P is equal to VI. So P will now be equal to 2V into 2I.
See, current
Which will
I
become-
through the resistor is increased by 100%. So we are bothered about the current part. So V பத்தி நம்ம இங்க பார்க்க வேண்டாம். How it affects I எப்படி affect பண்ணதுன்றதை நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். So we can write this formula in terms of current. So I square formula you can write it. Okay. இப்போ new value of I வந்து I dash னு எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா earlier value compare பண்ணும்போது it has increased by 100%. So 100% increase ஆயிருக்குன்னா I has become 2I. 2 times the earlier value. Are we correct here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now the new value of P dash value will be equal to I squared R na, it will be 2 times I, the earlier value, adukku I squared R nu varum. So you can take it as 4 I squared R, and 4 I squared R, now this is nothing but 4 times P. So the new value of power has now become what? 4 times the earlier value. Clear? So by how much this has got increased? Increase in power, how much is it? 3 times increase ஆயிருக்கு, or you can say 300%.
3P by P into 100.
P dash can be written as P plus 3P. So 3 times increase இருக்கு. So increased by 100% னு சொல்லலாம். Sorry, 300% னு சொல்லலாம். Getting it?
Okay, ma'am.
Or you can have in mathematical sense ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா you have to subtract the 2 and divide by 100 in order to say the percentage increase. Correct? P dash minus P divided by P into 100 போடுவீங்க. What is P dash minus P divided by P into 100?
4P minus P by P into 100. So 3P by P into 100. So
3P by P into 100. 300.
100%. So இது mathematical sense ல யோசிச்சீங்கன்னா இப்படி யோசிக்கலாம். இல்ல இதை வச்சே you can just think நாலும் 300% you can bring it in. So you are now able to understand why it is 300%.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Question number 6. How does use of fuse wire protect appliances? It is a 2-mark question. How will you attempt this 2-mark question?
An electrical
First,
fuse
we have
works
to
by
define
breaking
what is fuse and how it protects and example.
Okay. Fine. So how will you write what is fuse?
An electrical fuse works by breaking the circuit when there is a fault in an appliance that causes too much flow. The wire within the circuit
Too much
melts
flow
due
of
to the
what? இவ்வளோ இந்த கதையெல்லாம் கிடையாது.
Current.
ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்கா ஜாஸ்தி
Ma'am, can I
current
tell,
flow
ma'am?
ஆச்சுன்னா the fuse wire is designed such that the temperature increase will melt the fuse wire, therefore it will break the circuit and protect the appliances. அவ்வளவுதான்.
Ma'am, அதுதான் ma'am second line சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன் ma'am.
Ma'am, can I say the fuse wire has a low melting point and is a good conductor of electricity? When excess current is passed.
Not low melting point. You can't say that explicitly. You have to say that it is designed such that its melting point is such that if in case ஒரு அளவை விட current அதிகமா வந்ததுன்னா it will get melted. அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி its melting point is designed.
Yes, ma'am. That comes in second line, ma'am.
And the statement should be mentioned. Okay. So a fused wire is designed such that above a particular limit, if current flows into the circuit, because of the temperature, it melts. Its melting point is set like that. அதுக்கேத்த மாதிரி அந்த fuse wireோட thickness set பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. Fine. So when a large amount of current flows through the circuit, what happens? Temperature of the wire increases and the fuse wire is designed such that it gets melted at
Easily.
or it gets melted over a particular amount of current and temperature that passes through it. Sariya? Therefore, we are saving
Ma'am,
the
what,
electrical appliances. What is it, ma? So question number 7.
Ma'am, I did not tell anything about temperature.
You have to say about the temperature. ஏன்னா current அதிகமா போச்சுன்னா temperature in the wire increases and the wires.
Ma'am, I told when the
complete your
Ma'am, I
statement.
told when the electricity is high more than the recommended value, the fuse wire melts,
You
causing
should
a
not
circuit
just
break and
blanda,
therefore
you
damaging
can't.
the.
Advait, you can't blanda say that electricity higher flow ஆகுது lower flow ஆகுதுன்னு சொல்லக்கூடாது. Above a particular limit flow ஆச்சுன்னா அப்படின்னு சொல்லணும். Because fuse wires, if 5
Yes,
amps
ma'am, I
fuse
told
இருக்கு,
about the
15 amps,
recommended
அதனுடைய
value,
rated,
ma'am.
அதனுடைய rated electricity-ய விட அதிகமா போச்சுன்னா, ஏன்னா fuse ratings, 5 amps fuse இருக்கு, 15 amps fuse இருக்கு, even அதுக்கும் அதிகமாவும் இருக்கு. It depends upon the equipment that we are using. Okay. So above its rating, current when flows through it, it gets heated up and it is designed such that it gets melted. Above its rating, current pochuna matto. Clear? 5 amps fuse na 6 amps ulla pochinale it will start melting. Adhe 15 amps fuse ku 6 amps current ulla pochina melt aguma. So generalized statement you cannot say. Above its rating, when current flows into the circuit, it is designed such that it will melt. In the keywords correct ulla podunga. Okay.
Ma'am, that I told, ma'am. That I told.
Okay, good then. So proper keywords irundhuduna you will get complete 2 marks. Illa randomly you have given it will melt and therefore அப்படின மாதிரி கொடுத்திருந்தீங்கன்னா 1 mark only you will score for this one. Question number 7. Calculate the resistance of an electric bulb which allows a 10 amps current when connected to a 220 volt power source. So you are asked to calculate the resistance. What is the resistance? Formula is very simple.
22 volt.
22 ohms.
Ohms. Resistance கேட்டிருக்காங்க. So R is equal to, what is the formula?
V by I.
V by I.
V by I.
So 220 divided by I is
By
10.
10.
So you get it as 22 ohms.
22 ohms.
Very simple problem. 2 marks you will score. Correct in the formula எழுதிருக்கணும். And then steps போட்டிருக்கணும். Then last answer along with the units இருந்ததுன்னா complete 2 marks வரும். Units எல்லாம் mention பண்ணாம ஏதாவது விட்டுருந்தீங்கன்னா half mark will get complete cut off. இல்ல டைரக்டா ஆன்சர் போட்டிருந்தேன் எனக்கு இந்த ஃபார்முலாவே மென்ஷன் பண்ணலன்னு சொன்னா 1 mark போயிடும். ஆன்சருக்கு மட்டும் தான் மார்க். ஓகேயா?
Ma'am,
Question number 8. Identify the VI graph.
Ma'am?
Identify the VI graphs for ohmic and non-ohmic materials. So ohmic material Ohm's law it is corresponds to Ohm's law non-ohmic material na Ohm's law correspond ஆகாத விஷயங்கள் அதாவது temperature இப்போ Ohm's law பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா at a constant temperature னு போடுவீங்க கரெக்ட்டா இதுவே temperature vary ஆயிட்டே இருக்க scenarioல such materials you cannot say that they are ohmic materials. So non-ohmic materials க்கு VI graph and Ohm's law follow பண்ற materials க்கு VI graph will be like this. You know that for sure. Correct? It will be a straight line which is having a definite slope. ஏன்னா V by I என்றது R. So V you will take it along this axis. I you will take it along this axis. And therefore இதனுடைய slope value will be a fixed value V by I. Okay? So this is for ohmic. அதுவே non-ohmic na it does not follow this அப்படின்னு போடும்போது V and I க்கு நீ graph போட்டுனா it will be a curved graph. It will not be a straight line graph. Okay, this is for non-ohmic material. So materials examples. So when it comes to ohmic materials, all metals are ohmic in nature and any metal specific okay or generalized funny metals okay. Semiconductors are all non-ohmic semiconductors and also insulators. இது எல்லாமே வந்து they are non-ohmic materials ன்னு சொல்லலாம். So for this it is 2 marks. The graph plus one example, graph plus one example. 1 plus 1 2 marks போடலாம். Okay.